I'm going to share with you a presentation on the exact blueprint that we're using just now for busy professionals, age 50 plus, struggling to lose weight. So this is just a wee kind of, oh, that's not even on the main screen, is it? Is that better now? Can people see that now? Yeah, the full screen. Yeah, can you see that, Mags? Yeah. Yep. Great, brilliant, fantastic. I can see you just now, Mag. So that's fine. The exact blueprint for busy professionals, age 50 plus, struggling to lose weight. Okay, how you're going to lose weight with less than 2 minutes per day. I'm now going to have to go back on that slide there screen, so just bear with me. Previous screen. How to lose weight in less than 2 minutes per day without restrictive dieting. We're going to cover the exact blueprint plan to lose 10 to 50 pounds in 12 weeks. And I'm going to start off with a bit of rapport building. So, want to hear a pizza joke? Never mind, it's too cheesy. I got my wife with that one earlier. I actually shouted down. I says, "What do you think of my joke?" I've got a couple more just to kind of break the ice a little bit. I keep trying to lose weight, but it keeps finding me. These are all weight loss jokes, of course. It took a lot of willpower. This is really important, this one actually. But I finally gave up dieting, and that's what this is going to be about tonight, because none of my clients or our clients do dieting. I'm just going to let a few more people in there. So none of our clients actually do dieting. So results disclaimer as well. Okay, you're not going to lose 10 to 50 pounds in 90 days just by watching this presentation tonight. You're going to have to implement the stuff that you learn from this chat tonight. And if you implement that, I can guarantee you'll start moving forward. So I want to be healthy, fit and slim. Lose 7 to 10 pounds per month. I hear there's a lot. Drop between 3 and 7% body fat. Our clients lose on average 7 to 10 pounds per month at the moment. And I want you to meet Debbie here as well. Debbie Blackwood, she was actually on a webinar this time last year. Before she enrolled on the program, she was stuck in a rut for 5 years, trying diets, anything she could think of. She finally ditched the yo-yo diet and lost 55 pounds and has maintained that for the last 14 months. I was actually messaging Debbie last night. Like we keep in touch with all our clients once I've completed and graduated from our program, and she's still 55 pounds better off than where she was this time last year. So we're given the tools and skills to be able to actually get the result, but also show you how to actually maintain it as well for a lifetime. So who's this for? This is if you've tried every diet going, you've failed multiple times and you feel like giving up. You've got low self-esteem. You've got zero confidence. You don't like looking in the mirror and you feel unattractive to say like your partner or spouse. You're busy and strapped for time as well. Who's it not for? If you're not coachable, you hate doing things differently. You think you know better. You think you aren't ready to fix things as well. You want another quick fix, and you don't want to do the work. So, or if I put down here, if you need your partner's permission to change as well. I was chatting to Angela on our live last night. Angela actually came on our program. She's actually a personal trainer. You should watch the video from last night. Angela lost 7.5% body fat in 12 weeks. And we were talking about, like, this is for you. Like, what's best for you is to you to take control of your health and not have to ask for anybody else's is it okay if I can lose weight? No, this is what you want to do. This is your health. You're in control. You've got the control. So what is the blueprint plan? And do I need one? So I put that question out there. So the reason I put it out there is that if you've got I'm assuming that because you're on this call tonight, you don't have a blueprint plan. And that's what we're going to cover in this session tonight. So, like, put your hand up for help, support, advice, and guidance. My goal for this web class tonight is this is the only way for you to drop 10 to 50 pounds in a sustainable manner through the MomentumNRG blueprint plan. The only way to maintain the weight loss for a lifetime is through the MomentumNRG 5-point eating optimum nutrition systems. And I'm going to cover that in this web class today. Why we're qualified. Yeah, you just have to check out our training success. I've posted my Facebook profile there, but if you go into the MomentumNRG Transformation Academy or even my Daniel Renton page or the business page, I've got 3 platforms. If you go into that page, you will just see literally a train of success. And I'm going to go over more of that in more detail as we go through this process tonight. Background story as well. So I want to share with you a bit about our background story. Our background story, year 2000. I'm going to do a wee bit of kind of like going through the time. I promise I won't keep you too long tonight. We'll get into the juicy stuff a bit later on. So background story. This picture here was 21 years ago. I thought I'd share that story because that's the MomentumNRG weight management family. Jennifer's my wife. She's a director in our business. We're a limited company, MomentumNRG Weight Management Online. And our son, baby Lewis, he's now 21 now, and he's actually an apprentice in our business as well. So he's officially one of our employees as well. And he helped set up the kind of technical aspects of the MomentumNRG, which I'll cover in terms of the background story. So in 2000, like that was actually in the Royal Terrace Health Club. I'm just going to go back that picture 2 seconds. I'm going to quickly just jump back to that previous. This was in 2000, but I had been working in that gym for 2 years. I started in the industry back in, actually, I'd done my work experience at a sports centre, and I really just had a passion for helping people and getting them fit. I was really into sport and stuff like that as well. So 96 to 98, I went to college to study health and fitness and nutrition. I'd done that for 2 years, then I started working in health clubs in 1998. This is the Royal Terrace Health Club. This was the first health club that I actually worked in. It's in Edinburgh, and I think it's still a gym, but I don't think it's a private members club. It was a very exclusive kind of private members club at the time, and then kind of up came all the kind of fancy new health clubs, the new shiny ones. And in the year 2000, I jumped over to work at a Bannatyne's health club, where I was doing lots of personal training, lots of one-to-one coaching, teaching classes, and gaining more experience working with clients, and also helping people change their lifestyles and their transforming their lives. So it was a great experience doing that. And in 2003, I actually joined up the Territorial Army in 2000, and I was mobilised and sent to Iraq in 2003 and made to join the regular outfit. So that was my experience in 2003. Yeah, that was kind of one of those ones where it was squeaky bum time. And, you know, I made it, I survived. And when I came back, I thought, you know what, I'm not really quite liking this weekend warrior stuff. And like I was mobilised actually into the regular forces and put on a front line. And I was like, what the hell? Anyway, cut a long story short, came back, got right back into health clubs again. I was working in the Fountain Spa Health Club in Edinburgh, and I was running, again, I got back into doing personal training, coaching clients one-to-one. I went on like a kind of weight management nutrition program that the company put me through. They put me through personal training. It's actually now Nuffield Health Clubs that I actually worked for. It wasn't Nuffield at the time. It was a company called Sona Positive Health, and they just put us through loads and loads of training. And then I started delivering like weight management nutrition programs. And then I actually went to work in a Living Well Health Club in 2005. This was before Living Well. This might have been 2005, 2006, this picture of me, Jennifer, and Lewis in 2005. But I wanted to share the story with you anyway. I'm going to share with you my journey and the MomentumNRG journey as well throughout the years. And I was working in Living Well Health Club, and I'm connecting it because I wanted to show you the experience that we have. And we've done in this body transformation program as well. For clients, and it was just getting amazing results. And I'm just going to put all this together to how we created the blueprint plan in a second. So in 2005, I was actually working, 2004, 2005, working at the Living Well Health Club, and we'd done this amazing transformation program. And literally people were getting immense results. And I used a lot of those tools and skills, and I use it in our blueprint plan today, particularly the glycemic index. And it was a book. I want you to take a note of this book. It's the GI Diet by Rick Gallup. Take a note of that. It's a really, really good book. I would recommend you get the pocket book as well, because it's quite easy and simple to read and follow. Fast forward, that was me going into management. I actually went into manage health clubs, and for 5 years, I was managing health clubs. This was me in 2010. It's my beautiful wife, Jennifer. And, you know, I got to the point in 2010 where, like, I was doing 70 hours a week, being a busy manager and managing a busy health club, and you know what, I got probably, I'm going to admit, I got stressed out. Like, it got me to the point where it, like, the people up above in the higher positions were all about just numbers as opposed to actually why I joined the industry. And that was to help people change their lives. And back then I made a decision. I wanted to get out of health clubs, and it just kind of sickened me of health clubs. And you can see I put on a bit of weight here as well at the same time. And I want to share my personal journey as well with you guys. So in 2010, overweight, I decided to leave health club management. I'd had enough, final straw, you know, and I decided to. The reason I changed from management to from personal training to management was I wanted to get a mortgage, and I bought this house here that we're in just now. You can see the background of our story. And in 2010, I decided to change jobs, and I ended up getting a job as like a regional manager of a children's entertainment company. Can you imagine me, like, children's entertainment? It was awesome, big soft play centres. Cut a long story short, that company went into administration shortly after me taking on the role, about 6 months. And then I started looking for a job again, like what to do. Did I get back into health and fitness? I actually applied for a couple of health club jobs in Edinburgh. I got offered one at the Scotsman Health Club, and I didn't get the one at the Norton House, but they did offer me later on. And then it takes me to 2012. I decided to actually go into like casinos, completely opposite to what I was actually doing. That's Sean Walsh. He's a comedian on the right-hand side in 2012. And Sean, when I worked in the casino, my job there was sales and marketing within the casino. So it was more like leisure and entertainment, like business corporate. So it was like, come along, dine in our lovely restaurant and have a learn to play kind of fun kind of corporate evening and Christmas party nights and all that kind of stuff. But you can see with this point, I've been piling on the weight as well. So, like, you know, I was beginning to gain the pounds. And then what actually happened is I got made redundant. I think I was in the job for a year, and this was probably the best thing that ever happened to me, actually, in 2013. Then I decided to reevaluate, like, the direction that we were going in and the direction I was going in. So I decided to create the MomentumNRG weight management program. I created a business plan. I actually, in that business plan, I went to Business Gateway. I put a business plan together. I'm quite happy to share that with anybody at the end if they like. You know, I've actually got a proper business plan in place that I put in place in 2013. Went to the Business Gateway, and I just got the momentum going from there. So the comeback was on. I put a business plan together. I put my CV around. Ideally, it says in my business plan, I wanted to get back into a gym so I could get hands-on experience working with clients and getting them back in shape. So you've got me here at Bannintyn's. I started at a Bannintyn's Health Club as a fitness trainer in 2013, and the comeback was basically on. What challenges did I experience along the way? There was lots of challenges, but within kind of like probably 6 months, I started getting client results. And knowing that getting client results is going to get you more customers. And before you knew it, like, I literally had a queue of people lining up for my services and getting them transformed along the way. Stroll on kind of to 2009 to 2019. What was the end result and what did I achieve? I had to change my whole life around. So I had to get fit again. I had to rebuild my health up. I had to start again. So I had my own transformation. I had my own health transformation, and I also had my own life and business transformation as well at the same time. So there were two transformations that happened. In 2019, that's my wife Jennifer. I completed a full Ironman. So I went from being kind of like, should write a book on this, from fit to fit. You know, and I completed Ironman in 2019, and it was an absolutely awesome experience. So after 21 years experience, I've discovered the hard way, and that's kind of what I'm trying to talk to you tonight. Like I say, this is a completely different format to how I usually deliver my presentations, and I'm just going for it. I'm just shooting from the cuff. Here we go. So if you've been struggling, this is probably why. I'm going to dive into it now, like really another crappy diet book. You know, most people struggle. That if you're on here tonight, then you're probably struggling with your weight, with maintaining, with getting it off. And it's probably, I'm going to be quite the hard way. You keep doing the same crappy diets. Like I've got the baby food diet here, the apple cider vinegar diet. Listen, we could probably go on all night with how many diets you've probably tried over the over the years. So I'm sorry, but I'm going to be a little bit harsh here. And you keep going back and doing the same things that have failed for 10, 20, 30, 40 years. And that's insanity, whether it's all these diet clubs and all that kind of stuff. If it's not worked and you've been doing it for 20 years, then it's not worked. You need to figure out a plan, actually, how to finally figure it out and educate yourself so that you never have to actually diet again. If you keep doing them and expecting to get different results, then you're off your head, you're mad. So I'm going to show you the easy way to lose weight fast without restrictive dieting, live in just 2 minutes. So I'm getting through this presentation pretty quick. It's good. So the 3 secrets of how to lose weight. Secret 1 is the 5-point optimum nutrition system. Discover how to lose weight fast with only 2 minutes off your time per day. And I'm going to walk you through that process and how you can implement it quite quickly to start getting your results fast. Secret number 2, the blueprint guide to dropping 10 to 50 pounds in 12 weeks. Learn how the blueprint system helps our clients lose between 10 and 50 pounds in 12 weeks. Secret number 3 is linear periodization and exercise planning. No doubt that dialing in your nutrition will be the biggest needle mover for you. But after that, it's not just about losing weight. It's about creating a better version of you that genuinely makes you feel proud. Secret number 1, the 5-point optimum nutrition system. When you get clarity on how to track your nutrition using the simple 5-point eating plan, you can expect to lose between 7 and 10 pounds per month. Now, this training is actually in guides inside the transformation group page. If you're not on that transformation group page, make sure you are. Drop me a DM and we can get you into that group page. So they're training for it under. So if you go to guides on the actual page inside Facebook, and there's modules, step-by-step modules. I think there's maybe around about 10 hours of training in there in those guides there. So get yourself in there and educate yourself on it and how you. So I'm kind of going back to basics with the nutrition. So when I got back into the health clubs, I kind of just got back into with clients. I just got back to basics and got your plate in shape, and we introduced the 5-point eating plan. And I want to talk about my first client in 2013 that I took on board to our transformation plan. And I know she's actually here tonight, so you can get an opportunity. I'm sure she'll definitely vouch for me. And I met Liz in 2013. I was teaching a water fitness class, and I put these classes on so that I could build my fitness business, build my kind of on my transformation business and help people change their lives forever. And I was doing an aqua class, and I met Liz at the aqua class, and I used to have a laugh because I used to say my aqua class was like fishing for clients. So I'd go to my aqua fitness class and I would say, hey, why don't you come up to the gym? And then I can introduce you to this blueprint process, which can get you absolutely amazing results. And Liz transformed from a size 22 to a size 10. This is in 2013. She's here today and still maintaining. So it's giving you the tools and the skills to be able to do this for a lifetime. So ring the bell for Liz. Well done. Congratulations, Liz. You're amazing. Keep up the good work. Keep the momentum going and go for it. So over the years as well, I've spent like over 6 figures on research and development and training to become one of the best around the UK right now. And I finally figured something out. Like at the start of my career, I knew something had to change. Then I started to teach and educate my clients on how to gain control of their own nutrition, empowering them make it to, easy for me to say, empowering them to make their own decisions, and in doing so, improving adherence, consistency, and level of results that they could achieve. Some of the testimonials here, you've got Billy here. Billy lost 50 pounds on the transformation plan last year. In fact, this is a really good story, actually, Billy. That made the national papers, made the Daily Record, and it made the Edinburgh Evening News and the local newspaper as well. And again, they're still maintaining that result as well. In fact, they're doing this month they're doing a challenge, 21 days sober, and they're doing like a big walking challenge where it's like 500 miles before the end of the year. They've been doing loads of walk, and they've just done that through walking. So really, you've got Eddie Clark here, great results as well. This was back in December. Again, I was in touch with him yesterday, still great results. And you've got Norma here. Because we always talk about like people always talk about like I've got loads and loads of weight to lose, and it's not always just about big weight loss. It could just be like losing some body fat. I think Norma lost about maybe 4 or 5% of her body fat and just toned her physique up and improved their health. So who this works for: busy professionals, busy seasoned professionals. When I say seasoned professionals, like there's Liz. I'm using Liz as the example there. She was 58. She worked in a bank. She was a busy professional. I know she's retired now, but she's still a bit. I wouldn't say she's a busy season. Well, I would say she's a busy season. Sorry, Liz. You're a busy season professional in terms of she's always running around after her grandchildren, and the woman's absolutely super fit and just amazing, inspirational. It works for people with hormonal imbalances. So when I hear people say, I've got a hormonal imbalance, well, this is more important to take control. I would say to anybody, like, if you've got a hormonal imbalance, then you probably need to work double as hard as the people that don't. It really is that simple. Like, and you should make it a priority to do that as well. Health conditions as well. As part of my business plan, when I put my business plan together in 2013, I did kind of say that I was going to target special populations. And in fact, I also retrained as well. I got my level 3 PT again. I done nutrition again. I also done a GP referral qualification. So I started actually specializing and working with people like with stroke rehabilitation. I've worked with people with Parkinson's and dementia. I had a lady who used to come in at the gym and see me once a week on a Friday. She was 82 and she had dementia and she couldn't talk. She was asphasia. But what my point is that like we just adapted. Like, so Mary went through a kind of phase where like obviously she deteriorated over years. Like, and when I worked with her, she used to come to the aqua class and then she wasn't able to go to the aqua class. Then I was able to take her up the stairs and I was able to coach her one-to-one, and we just adapted the workouts, done a bit of dancing, done a bit of walking with Kate. I'm just making the point, nothing's impossible. If you've got a health condition, then it's probably more important that you actually look after yourself and you take back control. It's also for people that are fat. That's what this is for. It's also for skinny fat people as well. I'm just coming out. I'm just coming out today. I'm shooting from the hip. Like I say, I literally spent all day doing this presentation, and it's a new format that I'm using. I've never used this format before, so yeah, I'm just firing here. We've even helped people build up weight as well. So like I've worked with people coming out of hospital and recovering from. It's an interesting subject as well in terms of helping people rebuild, whether it be build up muscle and actually gain weight as well. So I was down the street actually in the town I live in on Thursday last week, and this girl's come up to me and she's went, "You're Daniel Renton, aren't you?" She says, "You always talk about weight loss. What about people that need to gain weight?" And she's obviously had a lot of kind of concerns about her weight, like not being heavy enough, and she was maybe a bit underweight. And I'm just making, and I made the point to her saying that actually we can help. We can help anybody really at the end of the day. For me, like, okay, I'm saying busy professionals, blah, blah, hormonal imbalances, etc. But ultimately weight loss is weight loss. It doesn't matter whether you're 16 or whether you're 90. It really doesn't matter what age you are. And I've worked with clients that are like in their 80s. And I've worked with clients at 16. In fact, one of my previous clients, I've just actually coached her daughter. She's 15. She just turned 16, and she's helped to improve her body confidence and her self-esteem. And so like we can work with anybody really in terms of helping them. If it's related to improving your health and you want to lose weight, you want to get fitter, you want to get better, then this works for you. It works for everybody. It works for all types of busy people. So, quick win to implement today. Like, start by logging down your nutrition and your truth diary, using the simple 5-point eating process, which is in the training. Don't overcomplicate it. Like, we just get our clients writing in a notepad and pen. It's this system I've used for over 20 years. 20 years I've used the same system. It works. It's effective. Don't overcomplicate it. Keep it simple. Post yours inside. If you feel free to post your nutrition inside there, I can have a wee look at it. Like, and there's that free training, of course, inside the group academy as well. There as well. So, secret 2 is the blueprint guide to dropping 10 to 50 pounds in 12 weeks. So another quick win for you as well is we're giving away the exact blueprint guide away free inside their Transformation Academy, simply drop me a message with Blueprint inside Facebook Messenger. With the message Blueprint, so I know what I'm sending over to you as well, and there's a guide to there as well. So I'm just going to spin back in time a little bit to 2019, and again, I'm going to kind of go back to my own kind of transformation and like how I changed my life, my health. And in 2019, I completed a full Ironman. That's me with Alistair Brownlee there in the middle there, and there's me, my wife, completing a full Ironman. And the reason I'm kind of connecting with that is that, like, again, it was another learning curve for me in terms of the exercise side of stuff, and and going back to 2019, like, weight loss is it's not even a marathon, it's an Ironman. And what I learned there was that slow and steady actually wins a race, in terms of, instead of what's fast doesn't last. So expecting, like, you're going to drop like 50 pounds in 12 weeks is probably, I mean, people do it, people have done it on our plan, but like, you're better to keep your goals realistic and where you set them. And there's a goal setting training inside their group as well. Let's have a look. So what we used to have to do as well, when things used to be done face to face, we used to have to go to work. No one knew about Zoom. So in 2019, that's my point. I knew there was a reason why I'm doing this, why I brought that up there. I'm just going back to the process here. In 2019, I actually decided to evolve the MomentumNRG, and like, it was in my business plan. It said I wanted to become the #1 weight management specialist in the world. That's our goal. That's in our business plan that I set in 2013. So I had an office. I built the office. I converted the garden studio. At that point in 2019, I was doing like 60 private sessions per week, and it was just endless. I was getting up at 6 a.m. and finishing at 9 p.m. Don't get me wrong, absolutely loved it. I wouldn't change that time at all, because I really love helping people, and it was just amazing. But I was at the limit to where I could go, and I wanted to expand, and I wanted to kind of move away from the four walls of kind of like a health club. I was paying them, like, I think I paid Bannintyn something like 100K over the years I was there, in rent fee to rent their facilities off them. And I actually, in 2019, I hired actually a business mentor. It cost me quite a bit of money, but it was the best investment probably. It was actually on Lewis's birthday, funnily enough, talking about the birth of the MomentumNRG. It was in 2019. It was on 13th of August. I put huge, substantial investment. I'm talking like, over 5K into the business, in terms of helping us transfer from being in-house personal trainer to being global, and certainly hitting the UK. And we really just took the UK market by storm in 2019. It just exploded, and you can see that from our results as well. So it's funny, because like, nobody probably knew Zoom before. We used to have to go to work as well. So nobody knew of Zoom prior to, I suppose, the pandemic. And I kind of wanted to bring that up, that like, like, my philosophy in my head, that this is a great way to doing things online. And like, like, I think going to the gym now, like, people love going to the gym. I'm not going to say it's going to stop, but like, it's not going to be as, like, people realized overnight that they probably weren't using the gym and they weren't getting results. They've probably been spending thousands over the years having gym memberships, but not actually getting the result, because ultimately it's going to be the nutrition that changes you. So yeah, we made that switch, and we jumped online, and we just basically kind of exploded into the UK market. And we were lucky, because obviously the pandemic came along. We already had the systems and the processes in place. So it's a new way, a better way. So make sure you get that link for to get that free document as well. We can get that sent over to you. So here's just some successes this year as well. We've had Cyan, who's lost, I think, 42 pounds on the program. You can see her amazing top left-hand corner here. Sarah, again, that's probably one if you watch her video, she's done a live, kind of skinny fat. You've got Gainer over here as well. Again, just losing that kind of belly fat. And again, these people didn't believe they could lose the belly fat. I mean, again, Debbie's transformation is just sensational here as well. And Gillian, I've put Gillian in. She's done an amazing transformation. She's lost 53 pounds over the last year. But not only that, she's reversed her type 2 diabetes. So Congratulations, Gillian. There we go. I don't know if she's in here tonight, but he-ho. So who here thinks that those people are awesome? Like, put your hand up, like all those people dropping the weight. And yeah, put your hand up, anybody? Yes, good, brilliant, fantastic. So secret to the blueprint guide to dropping 10 to 15 pounds, 50 pounds in 12 weeks. Drop me a direct message after this presentation to get a copy or help implementing it as well. I think, like, I'm going to cover that at the end of this presentation. Like, there's no point in getting this information if you're not going to implement it. And that's what I want you to do. Like, we want you to start getting results now, straight away. By watching this webinar, I want you to go away and start planning, start preparing. So secret number 3 is linear periodization, exercise and planning. So let's go back to 2017 because I want to talk about the exercise stuff. I completed the Edinburgh Ironman, and the reason I'm bringing this up is that this is where I suppose I learned learned to really dial in my exercise, and that helped me. Like I've learned the hard way, kind of like how to do it wrong. So over that 20 years experience of working with clients, trying different stuff, we finally come up with a formula that works and gets amazing success time and time again. And going back to 2017, I want to talk about that story in 2017 because I done the Edinburgh Ironman. I think I actually I crashed my bike. That's another story. 4 weeks before, landed on my head, concussed in hospital. But anyway, I made it to the start line 4 weeks later. Luckily, I'd done all my training, so it was fine. But I went on an Ironman training weekend with like top Ironman coaches, and this is where I learned that like people need to pace it. Like I used to just go bombing. I used to go 0 to hero all the time, and I'd get burnt out, you know. And I was on an Ironman training weekend, and the coach said to me, he says, "Right, Dan," he says, "I want you to then go cycle round after seat twice, and then you're going to run." And he said to me, "I want you to go for it." And I'm thinking, right, I'm going to go for it. You know, I'm quite determined. I'm going to go off. So I fired the way off, round on the bike twice, and then I'm on the run. And I'm running along. This other guy, Bruce, that was on the program. I'm now good friends with Bruce on the program. I tell the story all the time. So we're at the last 100 meters, and there's me and Bruce running along. It's a race. There's people still waiting for us. It's like, right. So he goes, I goes. Now he beats me. And the coach said, you know, pulls me aside, puts his arm around me and says, like, do you want to know where you went wrong? I was like, yeah, definitely want to know where you went wrong. I never paced myself. So had I learned how to pace myself, I would have probably beat him because I'd have kept the energy to finish strong. Now, that's where people make big mistakes, is they come on a transformation journey, and guess what? They put all their eggs into the exercise basket, and they go from 0 to hero. Put your hand up if that resonates with you, that 0 to hero. I'm on a plan. That's it. I'm going for it. I'm going crazy, and you're going to you'll burn yourself out. So you have to learn to pace yourself. So that's where we came up with the linear periodization. So how to implement this? So no doubt that like dialing in your nutrition is going to be the biggest needle mover for you. But after that, it's not just about losing weight. It's also about creating a better version of you that genuinely makes you feel proud. So linear periodization is an organized approach to training for a specific period of time. In layman's terms, we start from the bottom and we gradually build up. So that's inside that free training guide, the blueprint guide that's in there as well. And I would say it's like a common sense approach. Like week 1, we do like 10 reps. Week 2, we do 15. Then we go up to 20. Then we go up to 25, and we gradually kind of build up there. And then after the 4 weeks, what I then do is I then strip myself back and I give myself a recovery, maybe add a few more exercises on, go to the next phase, but I actually drop the reps back down again. So I give my body time to recover and then rebuild back up for the next 4-week phase. And I repeat that system. I've been repeating that system for the last 20 years, that linear periodization. It's absolute dynamite, and that's how you should exercise so that you're actually progressing every week, you're getting better. So we don't just help people lose weight. We're big about creating huge transformations. In order to do that, we're going to align you with a tailor-made activity program that will not only allow you to lose body fat, but also increase your muscle tone and definition at the same time. So headline result, this is Meet Arlene. It's another one of our clients we picked up along the way. I think she worked with us in 2019, 2020. Arlene's a BBC presenter for Landward on the TV, and she's also a radio presenter as well. I think a lot of people kind of know her. She's pretty famous. So yeah, amazing success. Well done, Arlene. Keep up the keep up the good work. So listen, my goal for today was to install belief that in a lot of busy men and women that have maybe already given up as well, we've had years of frustration and almost ready to quit. It's still more impossible to lose weight. It doesn't matter what's holding you back. You need to move forward and improve your body confidence, regardless of your age as well. We've shown you an insight into the 3 strategies there. If you implement these, you'll get results within 7 days. So the 5-point eating plan, the blueprint, and the exercise. They're the 3 things you need to implement. Now, it could be this week you walk 10 minutes. Next week you walk 15 minutes. Next week you walk 20 minutes. Next week you walk 25. And if you're starting off, I'd recommend you stay on the flat roads and stay away. Maybe even go on softer ground as well, because walking's also impactful as well. Again, you don't want to go 0 to heroes. Next thing you're charging up hills. Most people never act on good information. So if you just decide to watch this and never act upon it, you'll never be successful. And even worse, you'll end up living a life of regret of what could be. So you go away, implement these tools, implement these skills, get the momentum going and go for it. So you can either decide to stay where you are, keep doing the yo-yo diets and blaming your age, your hormones, and menopause, but I can guarantee you'll remain unhappy, miserable, stressed out, emotional. Or 2, you can make a decision. You can personally connect with myself and my team, and we can provide you with a personal roadmap. So how to reach out to me? Look, I'd love to say that this is a quick fix as well, but it's not. If it's been ongoing for some time, from experience, I know that wouldn't be the truth. And it's the age of transparency. I think I like to be quite clear. And we can set up Liz has disappeared. She was in a minute ago. Maybe there's another Liz coming in. Let's set up a complimentary weight loss audit call first. That's how we get the momentum going. We do this audit over the phone to see if there's any gaps in your nutrition, training, or mindset. And finding the gaps is actually a good thing. It means that we can focus on a couple of quick wins to get you on the right track without overwhelming you. And what I would say on that as well is that, like, you know, if this is not a fit for you, then that's also cool as well. You know, at least you can have some clarity. We can create a game plan that you can work towards, and we can get some help and get you started on your journey. And you can message me there as well. That must have been my son that put that together in the presentation, because we've both worked on this presentation. Although he only spent like 20 minutes just tidying it up and cleaning it up and stuff. But yeah, drop me a message, get in there and speak to me. Okay, that's the presentation up. Has anybody got any questions for me? I don't know how long